We saw them carrying emergency evacuation sorties, transporting accident medicines, COVID-19 test kits, doctors in inaccessible areas, connecting passengers to remote, hilly and high-altitude glaciers of the nation. This is India's largest helicopter operator, Pawan Hans Limited, which has been shaping the face of the country's helicopter sector since 1985. The National Helicopter Service Provider has been taking the India's endeavors in the domain of oil and gas exploration, pipeline survey, aerial work, police and utility tasks to a level up. To revolutionize the Indian aviation industry, Pawan Hans recently inked 2 mega deals with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for 20 helicopters and 6 Sikorsky S-76D helicopters from the Milestone Group in Wings India 2022, Asia's largest event on civil aviation. In an attempt to decode this landmark deal, PBNS reached out to Chairman and Managing Director of Pawan Hans, Sanjeev Rajdhan.
As you yourself have said, we came into existence in 85, and in 85 itself, the Pawan Hans was brought in as a strategic company to serve the offshore sector or strategic energy. To have our strategic energy sector served by the helicopters of Indian company. Coming back to the 76 Sikorsky B helicopter, we have been working on this project for last 2 years, and this is one of the advanced helicopter which we are bringing into Indian market. And to give you the brief on the helicopters are completely glass cockpit with next generation avionics equipment fitted in the helicopter. It has EGPWS, which normally we used to hear only in case of the fixed wing aircraft. TCAS is also fitted in the aircraft, which comes as a basic equipment in the helicopters. That is the Sikorsky 76. Otherwise, these equipments are normally taken as an optional in other platforms. So from that perspective, we are bringing in the aircraft which has all these equipment as a basic equipment, as a advanced technology point of view. It has an advanced health monitoring system which helps the technical people and the crew to identify what is the system issues in case there are, or what rectification is suggested. So it gives a advanced information to both crew as well as the technical people who will inspect the aircraft after going through the data which is generated through health monitoring system. So from that perspective, this is a platform which is fully equipped in terms of technology, and this is also what we believe is going to help the offshore sector where we are going to fly this machine. And we already have the contract from the oil and natural gas company, and these two aircrafts are directly going to fly on that offshore sector, which we expect in month of April at least one aircraft will be flying, and subsequently the second one once the regulatory approvals are in place. Other than that, we are looking at the other 4 aircraft which we have already leased. We will be flying them in the north, in the Andaman and Nicobar Island, which is looking for the advanced helicopter in terms of the usage what we have seen, because we have been operating in that area also for last almost 30 years. And with the we have upgraded from Dauphin N to N3, which is the French helicopter in that area, and now even N3 is being looked as a replacement to that, is being looked up as S-76. So that's where we see that 76 will also be used in that area, which is again a very high flying zone in terms of providing the connectivity between the islands of the Andaman and Nicobar.
Further, in the groundbreaking deal with HAL, Pawan Hans will be getting 20 helicopters, 10 civil variant of ALH Dhruv and 10 light utility helicopters under the Made in India initiative. Mr. Rajdhan shares us the different facets of the synergetic combination of 2 Indian PSUs. Let's hear.
As our association with HAL is concerned, it's more than 20 years association. They have been in manufacturing sector, and we have been in the operating sector in terms of helicopter operations. We have been sharing our experience with the HAL with respect to the operation as well as the maintenance issues, which we normally educate them so that they can build up their helicopter with more maintenance friendly as well as the operationally more robust and effective helicopters. From that perspective, if I say we are operating their Mark 1, which is Dhruv Mark 1 helicopter, which is a civil certified helicopter, which in the same fashion like Mark 1 was earlier certified for the military, and then it was civil certified, and now you have Mark 3, which is already been certified for the military operation, and military is already using with a very good performance, reports coming out of the military operations. And now since HAL is already undergoing a civil certification of Mark 3 helicopter, which is again what we understand is a advanced in terms of technology, having a completely digital cockpit and other improvements which have been made over Mark 1 helicopter. And with the positive reports from the military and their operational capability across the Indian country as a subcontinent, in terms of right from the Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and the operations as far as we are concerned, we are also operating across the country with 18 bases and with different environments. So we also find this aircraft will be very useful in Indian conditions, and since it has been built for Indian conditions, so it will have its own advantages. This certification we expect, which is the Mark 3 civil certification, to be over by next year, and thereafter the HAL will manufacture these aircraft, and we have signed an intent of cooperation where we will lease these aircraft from them and deploy across the country for our customers, where we see it has a more potential in the island flying as well as in the northeast and other parts of the countries, because the aircraft has a capabilities to meet the specific requirements in the different areas. Same is the new single engine light utility helicopter, which HAL is coming up as a new aircraft in terms of the civil market, which is comparable to any single engine helicopter operating out of Indian market, which are all procured from the international OEMs. And these LUH, what we have seen the specification, has a capability of very good capability in terms of flying at the high altitude area, which normally we have in J&K, Ladakh and upper parts of the Arunachal Pradesh, where the helicopter capability is required for high altitude. And this aircraft, what we have seen from their specification, is capable of flying these in area without having the payload penalties, which is a huge advantage in terms of carrying the passengers as well as the cargo in these areas. So this helicopter also we are looking at based on its specification, and we have seen the model which is flying for the military operations, with having a very positive feedback. So this helicopter also will go through the civil certification with the DGCA, and once certification is over, again the process of manufacture and leasing to Pawan Hans will happen.
Talking about Wings India 2022, Mr. Rajdhan said that how the government of India is giving a push to rapidly changing dynamics of the sectors like aviation and focusing on business acquisition, investment, policy formation and regional connectivity.
These events are very important. If I may say that we have two events. In fact, that leads to one event in aviation every year. We have Aero India, which is a completely defense air show, in addition to bringing all the defense manufacturers and the other companies on the same platform, and the every other year we have Wings 20 Wings India event, which effectively means that one year we have a military event and the other is a civil. Both are very important from the perspective that all the stakeholders are able to come under the same event, discuss their developments, showcase their products and their services, and it becomes a important point, place where the ideas are shared, experiences are shared, and issues are discussed, deliberated. And out of these deliberations, you always find some innovative solutions coming out, and which in a way go in terms of improving the aviation services.
With this, Pawan Hans has set his wings to take the Indian aviation to new heights. Will you join their journey? This is it in today's session. Thanks for watching.